We learned already 2 days at the beginning of the week the power of Amen, that we have to listen to a bracha. Listen to a bracha. Listen to the person when he talks. And they say Amen. And as emes, what he says is praising Hashem, or he's doing, it's a big pula to do Amen, to work on Amen. And then we talked about, and that is basically the midah of Noisei Ba'il, because Amen is the shleimus of a person. Amen. And then we learned at the beginning of the week also about shepherd. You have to be the Oves HaKdoshim, they choose to be shepherds because shepherds basically teaches you how to feel other animals feel, and then trains you to feel people and able to train them. Now today, when you go to another step, is to go to Kedusha Baruch Hu, that he's involved with the Olam HaMaisa.
He's involved.
Hashem.
He's involved.
Hashem is involved with the Olam HaMaisa. Now when you say something very, very deep, very, very deep, and that was the time of Bilam HaRasha. Where's David? You hear me, David, what I'm talking about? It's very important. When you listen, it's very important. This statement is very important. It says in the Chazal that Bilam HaRasha, he looked at HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he sees Hashem's looks on the Maaseh Bia of every Jew, and he sees this will be a tzaddik, this tip will be a tzaddik, this will be a Rosham, and he's looking at the bias of Am Yisrael. So Bilam says, what? Hashem is Kodesh, he's looking at a bia. It came from Malchas Shoretz, came drop of this, a drop of water, something, and it went in the eyes of Bilam, and it made him blind. So we heard from our Rabbi, Rabbi said, that was exactly, and it's connected to pieces. This is exactly the problem. He didn't understand what is Olam HaMaisa. He didn't understand the holiness of Hashem. Dafka.
So Olam HaMaisa, holiness, different things.
In Olam HaMaisa, and the Maisa of Bia is one of the biggest Maisim in the world. And therefore he thought his Davar Tomeh is the most holiest thing could be. And that was the mistake. Because the world they have no value to the Olam HaZnus. Olam HaMaisa, they think it's Tomeh. But us is the most highest level. From that thing comes Jewish people. From that Maisa comes holiness, comes all generations. That basically, this is the Nika Maisa, man and a woman that come a child, then the rest of it is not in your hands already. This is your Maisa a person does. And there is holiness that can be. If you look in the Rambam calls it Kedusha. In the book Kedusha is Bia. It says holiness. Olam HaMaisa is not like the people, they said the philosophers have no understanding of Olam HaMaisa. Hashem is teaching us Olam HaMaisa, you have to be medakdek, because Olam HaMaisa really means a lot. It means a lot, and it has tremendously. How much you dig the Olam HaMaisa is more Kodesh Yosef, more holiness. At the medakdek, the tefillin has to be exact. Olam HaMaisa has to be exact. How much is more medakdek, the mitzvahs, everything comes out right? It comes more holiness, it comes much better. It's not like my father, Zecher Tzadik Livrocha, my uncle Jerry, he bought, when he was a bar mitzvah, he bought him tefillin. So my father arranged him a pair of tefillin. So it was like the people who wrote the tefillin, it was a guy came from Europe, from old man from Europe, and he wrote him a pair of tefillin, beautiful pair of tefillin. And then, now the last couple of years ago, my uncle asked me he wanted to fix his tefillin. So I went to Zilberman in the old city, and he showed us, who wrote this tefillin? Who wrote this beautiful pair of tefillin? He says to me. He says, it's something miyuchad. Something miyuchad. So I told him the story. He says, he saw the miyuchad pair of tefillin. It's not like a stab pair of tefillin. It's like it was a miyuchad. He saw it like it was very miyuchad. And the dikduk ha-maaseh, the olam ha-maaseh, medakdek, it comes, has valuable, has means to it. Now when we read inside. V'hine yahaditi levaya inyan libas asapim. You have it? Kol ma shematzinu beboro olam hakadosh baruch hu mishtamesh kivyochel b'dmus ha-maaseh. Everything Hashem does, kivyochel, He does with the dmus of ha-maaseh. It's only like kivyochel, because Hashem is above action. Hashem does above is above action, but Hashem kivyochel, He used b'dmus ha-maaseh. The pashtus, of course, it's only the pashtus, but it's only in our fokach hatzir for us. Hashem is above action. Above Hashem is no shape and no tzura. It's only for us that this thing, so we have like a shape for that. Vayine kach, ki kol ha-philosophy, I mean 2 lines before the bottom. Vayine kach, kol ha-philosophy, all the philosophies, they know everything that is muskal, seichel, it comes to nitzchias. Every muskal has nitzchias. Ava b'maaseh, that's what they says. Ava b'maaseh, when it comes to action, ain't das odom hasegesh she'emer shor. But they do action, they're not connected, they don't know. There's no shor, there's no nitzchis for action. Only they believe the philosophy, only machshava, I think, but not action. That's what he says. The reality, he says. I don't know the reality of the philosophy, but he knows. Ki dvar Hashem, but dvar Hashem b'maaseh nasa, but Hashem is opposite. We see Hashem is involved with the olam ha-maaseh. Hashem can do everything. They don't understand. How it can be from the biggest ruchnis, Hashem is the tachlis of ruchnis, comes to olam ha-shofar, comes the most gashmiest thing can be. Ain't called b'riyam aseh, cannot understand it. Rak mekubal atoyav dekamer. We think, and our Mussar is Ikez olam ha-maaseh. Akol v'yam ha-maaseh. Didukim ha-maaseh yoyta. Ukodesh yoyta. Avarinu derech hamuna kam yon gashim koru b'inyan gash ruchnim. You see, and gashmius you have ruchnius. Romi karim v'laseicha ech she-maaseh mitzvah yoytzi mikvua tachlis ruchnius. Dafka for how action of mitzvahs can come big ruchnius thing. No kenavi ki pnimus and tachlis ruchnius. Any maaseh has pnimius of ruchnius. It looks physical maaseh, but really has pnimius ruchnius. Velo'ayt shebishvil itamet etzena b'olam hazeh dafka maaseh. By us is ikra maaseh. A maaseh b'cheshbon. Olam dafka maaseh. Dafka maaseh. Yes. Dafka maaseh, not ikra. Dafka maaseh.
Well, what do you mean? What can you explain it?
In our world, we deal in olam ha-maaseh. This is what it means. So what is our job? Hashem wants us to do Olam HaMaisa, to do strong, to build Mekayem Olam HaMaisa. It's very important, Olam HaMaisa. It looks like simple, but really we're dealing with Olam HaMaisa. We're dealing with Olam HaMaisa. The world is getting less Olam HaMaisa. Because the computers and this, everything is less, people not doing nothing. People coming, less working, less the actions, less they're doing. So people are more, unless the world is changing, only dreaming. They don't know the world is getting, Olam HaMaisa comes less and Olam HaSichli comes, but we have Olam HaMaisa. We didn't Olam HaMaisa. So we have to Mekayem, he says here, Digduk Olam HaMaisa Yoiter Kodesh Yoiter. How much you medagdik Olam HaMaisa, you're more holy. Dafka Olam HaMaisa.
The person who does that is more holy? Or the act?
It has more holiness.
Yes, the one who does it has more holiness?
When you do a more Digduk Olam HaMaisa, it comes more holy.
What becomes more holy? The act or you?
The action, the thing is more active. The more is more holy.
The act you
The
did.
thing himself comes more holy, the holiness. This is a big chiddush to me. It was a big chiddush.
Your diets and your actions?
No,
What?
it's a result of the action. If you make it to fill it, if you're very careful how you move your finger when you wrote the letter, you more Kedusha in that letter because you did an action and very careful how you wrote the letter.
I don't understand. I don't see how that's a big chiddush.
A big chiddush.
No, I mean.
I tell you what, you see, if you take.
Sadiqim or Sadiqim.
I know.
Why? Because their actions are medayik.
Yes. No. Chiddush is the Digduk HaMaisa makes him more holiness.
The thing that they do, not the person.
Whatever you want to say, that
How
the
you wanna
world
say?
is elevated through mitzvahs, correct?
Right.
So
The mitzvah is Olam HaMaisa.
Yeshiva used to say if you do a mitzvah that's half done, you get a half angel.
Yes.
Same idea. You do a perfect action, you create a perfect angel.
More color.
I translate perfect or more perfect as being medayik. If a person is aware of their actions, if they're conscious of what they're doing, they're probably a more holier person.
But he's about the action they did, not the person. That's his focus.
It's both.
I know.
A person who does a holier
No, I
action
agree
isn't
with you, but
holy.
he's reading a sentence. I agree with you, but the sentence is not talking about that. It's talking about the action, not the person. The sentence.
Action is talking about the action.
But someone who's not holy who does an action isn't.
But what is the big chiddush is? What's the big chiddush here? That we have to put more focus in Olam HaMaisa.
But
You have to
if a person is washing the floor, for instance.
Basement. Think about it. Wow, I'm doing the basement like the Rashi.
Just think about actions in general. A person who's not focused when they're washing the floor. Is the floor clean? Sure,
Yes.
it's clean, but it's not clean. You just do something, it's not clean.
Because you're not there.
The more the person focuses when he's brooming and sweeping in action, the floor is more clean, yes or no?
Yes.
So your action.
He's saying there's more Kedusha. He's saying
When medagdik more on Olam HaMaisa, it comes more holy.
The floor be more kodesh.
Of course.
Well, that's what he's saying.
This
Not
is
the floor will be more. I'm saying that that's the mashal.
He's talking another much. He's talking
the
straight.
Metzias
I just
and
use the mashal of cleaning the floor.
Right. Okay. Oh, so you mean to be more
So the
holy?
floor's clean, or it's more clean. So an action, the more precise you are with an
The
action,
more holy.
and now the more precise you are with a mitzvah,
Right.
the more Kedusha is going to be produced.
Right. That's what he's saying.
And that's what I'm saying. So what's the Kiddush?
it's a big,
To you, I don't see
big
it.
chiddush.
So
Big
explain
chiddush.
it. What's the he doesn't understand.
The chiddush is that you see because
That your actions make a big difference in the spiritual world. That's the Kiddush.
the chiddush
You didn't
is
know that before? You didn't know that you make an action, so you better become more precise in all your actions then. If it's a huge Kiddush to you, that means that your davening should be different, that you're putting on tefillin should be different, that your Torah study should be different. If it's not, then it's not really, it's a Kiddush that just goes by the wayside. Like everything else. Oh, a big Kiddush is to take on your friend Joe.
All these things that you said, you have to
Yeah,
do.
but
All what you said, all what you said, I agree.
happened?
All what you said, I agree with you. All what you said, I agree with you. All what you said. Now, we have to change your actions, more and more focused, more better.
Everything.
Everything. But the chiddush is, you have to know it, that we're dealing, every action has pnimius in it. It's not an action external. Everything has tremendously pnimius in every action we do. And even HaKadosh Baruch Hu is dealing with the Olam HaMaaseh. Kivyochel. So we're dealing with the Olam HaMaaseh. Hashem is sitting, Hashem is walking, Hashem is doing. Kivyochel, it means Hashem has focus, and every action we do has tremendously, ma'afat also the actions, right? Now, v'nimtza comes out. She'en chidush ma'shakotu v'sebe ki lifnei yisboach dibur kamaisa. No chidush is the dibur kamaisa. V'sebe shivi ki lifnei yisboach dibur kamaisa. No problem. Shita. So davar pashut. Ki ruchnis asiyam. Everybody knows ruchnis is as action. Nasu yesh mi'ayin.
You just had. You guys
Shine
just
across
sat
the
there
Maaseh.
going- You guys just sat there going, "Wow, what a big finish!" And then here comes this altar Slovaka saying, "What? It's Pashita."
Wait a minute.
You just made a big deal about
He says it, and then he says later.
It's Pashita. It's Pashita. That's a Pashita.
He said the chidush
So the
is.
fact that you didn't know that shocks you.
I know it. I read it.
That fact that it shocks
I
you.
know it, but it goes that way. It says, so what is the chidush here? A chidush is bach, a chidush alei is bach ki divorim nase maise. The action, words comes action.
Words what?
Ki bedvorim nase maise.
What does that mean?
Bedvorim, when you say words, it comes action. Hashem says, Vayor.
Come in action?
Yes, Vayor, it comes like words comes action. It also zeh pashut. So also this is pashut. He says. So also you want to say, wow, it's a big chiddush. Also this is pashut. Also this is pashut. V'zeh pashut. Adarabah. Af le'ech yotze mizbar tachlis hageshem. Hakoch ha'emes shekvoide moles kol chuchnius. Kol sheken b'sizis. Rak behem nikle tachlis chuchnius. That is the chiddush. The chiddush is, I'll explain the chiddush. Everybody knows Olam HaMaaseh. Everybody knows, like you said, the chiddush is how you coin a ruchnius is by Olam HaMaaseh. This is the chiddush.
But that's what the Torah is about. The Torah was given to the world, so what?
To
elevate this holiness.
Holiness.
Elevate the physical.
The
You
chiddush.
had
Now,
the Torah, you had a mechanism called the Torah to elevate the spiritual.
הבאתי את זה יש עוד המפתח שלי. זה המפתח של הזה. של איך קוראים לזה?
אני אחזיר את עצמו.
So you should be asking, why is he saying that if everybody knows it?
What? No, the chiddush is Kenyan. You want to coin a ruchnius, work on Olam HaMaaseh. He says. This and the end of the piece, all already about the 50 lines is Akoch, he says. Akoch, this is Posh, Akoch. Be'emes kvoid me'loim, Hashem is covered everything Hashem does. Akol ruchnius, everything is ruchnius. Kol sheken ma'aseh mitzvahs. Every ma'aseh mitzvah is ruchnius. So what he says, Rak behem nikne tachlis ruchnius. By ma'aseh mitzvahs that we do, you buy ruchnius. It's not a double. This, when you do, you clean the dishes, you clean the yeshiva. This, you kind of ruchnius with that. It looks gashmius. Now he said in the beginning, it looks up here. But this, you buy ruchnius with that. This is the chiddush. So that is the chiddush of God. Let's go back again.
And they don't say we know that. Why do you... There has to be some. Well, okay, maybe that's the Mussar man. I mean, he's. I don't know. I mean, he's.
Also said in the beginning, he knows that. Everybody knows Olam HaMaaseh. Everybody knows the chiddush, no chiddush of that.
And you know,
And I'm a bit dick. The Kenyan
people don't know.
I think you have machshava and you have meisim. Meisi koine ruchnius by the meisim. We said machshava and dibu and machshava, and the meisim you koine. Dafke and the meisim.
Oh, so maybe this is the
The meisim is the kinyan. The meisim is the kinyan, not the machshava.
No, exactly. So the real Kiddush is if it's connecting to this piece of taking on the yoke. You can love all the friend you want.
Right.
You can love him all you want. In thought, you can love him all you want. Oh, I love him. He's such a nice guy. Oh, I love everyone.
Put action.
I love all the Jews. Everyone's so good. They're all one.
I saw you give the money, he says.
But if you don't do any action,
You do action. Exactly. This is exactly.
So the action you have to make on this whole process that the Alter Shalom
Right.
is teaching us is the fact that you have to act. So
Right.
he's bringing all those statements as
show,
proof.
right. You have to do action. You have to do action. Action.
This is action.
Very good. You said very good.
Those are just statements
Right.
of showing you proof after proof.
Takis, you have to do action.
So therefore, in order to take on the yoke of your friend,
You have to do action.
You have to act on it.
Act to act. This is very
You can't
good.
just look at him and say, "Oh, I love him. I feel so
Care
bad.
about him. I thought about you. I davened.
Oh, I daven for you.
Maybe daven is also good. That's it. Daven is action.
Yeah,
But
it's
it wants
not a
action.
real thing.
It's doing action. Famous story with Rabbi Salanta. People. This guy was a Jew that was not exactly acting good. So they needed money to save him. The police they want to save him out of jail. So came. He was in that city, but he was not exactly religious. He was not exactly acting according to Torah. Came Rabbi Salanta in Yom Kippur himself. He knocked on the door, and he raised money in Yom Kippur. He says, "I have no money in the pocket." He says, "Everybody says I have no money in the pocket." But he says, "This is opinion sure is a mitzvah need now. He cannot wait till tomorrow. The guy will be dead. They'll kill him." He got everybody in shul to go to home. He says, "Yom Kippur, I can touch the money." He says, "This is exactly what I say. Not Tachlis have to do that."